Okay, let's do another spirit pointing this morning. This one's going to be a little shorter. Um, so the first one that comes out is about relationship. Okay, about listening in relationships and death. So, how do these come together? Listening, building relationships, and death. We are only here for a certain amount of time here in this planet, going through these relationships, whether it's a relationship of family or marriage or community, whatever it is, we are in this world thing together, and death comes too soon. Also, it means really listening and putting an end and a death, stopping some things and moving forward. Death can be a transition, it's a transition point. So it's about letting go of the things that divide us, okay? Putting an end to that and really listening to the other person. Find the things that can bring us together, okay? So don't really, it's about communication. Being willing to have, you can't have a relationship if you can't listen to the other person and if you're not willing to communicate and let go of these rigid ideations. Okay, so if we want to have life, we want to have more abundant life, we want to have better life on this planet, then we need to build relationships, and in order to do that, we have to listen to one another and be willing to put an end and transition. There are some things that maybe we need, that we have held to, um, that need to come to an end point, okay, to move forward. So be willing to transition. It's about also, forgiveness as well. Now, I can say this in my own journey. I had PTSD. I had gone through, being abused as a child. And what I saw was, through my own journey, was that the people that perpetrated these things upon you was not necessarily something about you. It was something they had not handled in their own lives, and you just happened to be the point of reference for them, to perpetrate these things. So anybody that's perpetrating these types of things on another person, they are driven to do it. So they are really not in their right mind when they are doing these things, and they are in a hell realm. So they are compelled to do these abusive things, okay? So you develop compassion for that. When I looked at it, I was going through this point of, I was getting these piercings done, and what I realized, it took a while to realize it, the light bulb finally went off, was the physical pain was easier to endure than the mental pain, And then I looked at it and said, wait a minute, yeah, these things happened, but it's not happening in this moment, but you keep replaying it. And so I saw that I was at that point victimizing myself. Okay. If we keep replaying this, then we are at that point victimizing ourselves. And so why to victimize yourself, So again, I developed compassion for the persons that had done these things, and and that freed me up, and then I stopped victimizing myself and was able to transition out of this. Okay, because it can be a big cycle that one gets oneself into. But again, forgiveness, it doesn't mean that you condone the things that have been done. Okay, but you understand and you are forgiving. You are developing that compassion because they are in a hell realm of mental spin to be able to do these things to other people. Okay. And we have the opportunity to get out of it. And again, don't continue to victimize yourself. So let's go on to the next one. So the next one is about Saturn structure, having strength, which comes from abundance. So when I see this, what is coming through here is that we have, we build our strength by seeing our abundance. Gratitude. Gratitude is so important on the spiritual path and seeing the things, the abundance that we have. We have a beautiful planet. We have, whatever it is that's in your life that is precious, honor that and see that and let that also be your strength. Okay? See the things that you have rather than focusing on lack. Focus on the abundance of things you have. I have relatively decent health. Yes, I'm dealing with Lyme disease. I'm dealing with these other things. But overall, I'm happy. I'm able to afford to be able to travel, to go, I have my van, I can travel, I can go to these places, I'm meeting these people, and it's, you look at your abundance, okay? You look at what you have, not what you don't have. So build on abundance and grace and, gratitude. Gratitude for Mother Nature, for providing us food, for providing us air, for providing these things, okay? So building up your material gains, your feeling of abundance in focusing on what you have, okay? Look at all the abundance that you have. Okay. One of the abundance that came was the flute, bringing in the Native American flute. It's a peaceful thing. I'm able to share that. People enjoy that. So I have that grace to be able to give that out. And also it aids me and it aids others, So again, look at the abundance, the strengths that you have, and let that be your house and your structure. Okay. Now the last one we have is digest. Virgo, to digest. The compass, the direction that you're going. Okay. And we have the Two of Wands. Where are you putting your energy? What is the direction that you're going? So it's looking at that. You take the good things, digest. It means you like the Bible says, you take the wheat and the chaff, and you take the chaff out, and you keep the wheat. So it's digest. You take the good things and leave the rest. Okay, and plan your way to go forward. Put your energy in the better things rather than focusing on the things again that you need to let go of, death, that you need to, So it's about also listening to your inner self as well. So it's about, and the coming to enlightenment, realization is knowing yourself as well, knowing yourself and finding out the things that are there and the things that are under, that are fueling everything. So again, look at the direction you're going. What things do you need to get rid of that are anchoring you down, not allowing you to move forward? So that's what a lot of this is about today. Today it's about having gratitude, seeing the beneficial things you have, and the things that are holding you back, that are causing you distress, causing you anxiety. It's time to let go of those things and to move forward. We do have help from the other side. We have our guides. We have our the angels are watching over you. You have your own guardian angel. You have the people that have passed before, relatives that are looking on the other side, wanting to aid you, wanting to help you to move forward. So we do have a lot of help. The divine is always there. It's always present. It's what gives you life. So you cannot be separated from God. God is always present. If you want to call God, you want to call the divine is. And this is one of the really odd things that come with realization. It's, and this is a mind bender. Okay, let me give you this little mind bender. In order for God to exist, there must be something other than, and there is nothing other than. Everything comes out of this same primal energy. Okay, so for God to exist, you could either say everything is God, you know, because there is nothing other than. Everything that has life, that has breath, that has come into creation, has at the heart of it that same singular divine energy. Okay, so and this is why Buddha did not say there's God or there's not God, because it's that conundrum. In order for God to exist, there has to be something other than. Okay, and there's nothing other than, because everything comes out of that singular energy, which comes into the world frame. It's like a prism. You have that ultimate light, which is the divine the God essence. And then one way I explain it, it's like you have the light, you have a light, you have a lampshade on it. Well, you poke the holes in the lampshade, and what happens? You see all these little beams of light come out, but they all come from the singular source. Now, each one of those little beams, if it is conscious of itself alone, then it thinks it's singular and it's by itself and it's alone and it's trying to communicate with the other light beams, but they all come from the same source. Okay? So again, in order for God to exist, there has to be something other than that, and there is nothing other than that. Okay, so anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you've enjoyed it, feel free to share it, give a thumbs up. I do so appreciate it. And thank you, thank you, thank you for all of those that continue to come back. And for those new people, welcome, welcome, welcome. Always glad to have new people in the tribe of humanity. We are all of the same substance, all of the same light, all of the same seed kernel of life giving reality. So thanks for tuning in. Do so appreciate you all, and we'll see you online.